Hey folks, Cool18 here, and we are back here in Half Moon Banks, and we've got tons and tons of money, so let's go ahead and finish up what we were looking to do, which was to simply increase our sewage treatment capacity. And while we're here, we could, I suppose, do the water and whatnot, just to, future-proof ourselves, because why not? Let's go ahead and do that. Boom. And one more. So we are completely maxed out there, of course losing tons of money, but that's okay, we can deal with that. So, oh, excuse me. Let me, again, we'll run this for a little while just to make sure that everything is properly synced to the region, then move back to our major project city altogether. I still would like to do something a little better here. It felt like an interesting experiment, but not one that resulted in something interesting. I'm completely failing to word that properly, but, it was fun to sort of play with. And actually, I like this part. I love this double circle that is sort of incomplete. I like that, and these kind of angled roads are fine. This thing feels pathetic. Not that I know what else to do with this space, but it actually is going to be relatively limiting in terms of density capacity. Not that there's super high density potential anywhere else in the circle except the outside over here. Although that could be interesting, this circle rimmed by tall buildings and then shorter in the middle. I mean, I guess we can get some high density perhaps in this kind of grid. It actually would be interesting if the buildings alternated which side is high density or not. I'm not sure if we can do that. And with that in mind, I'm curious. Let's go ahead to the road tool, upgrade. Let's kick it all the way up to high density, especially on the sort of outer ring and where some of the traffic might flow, because I'm just curious to see exactly what might happen. And yeah, we're gonna get rid of this little curly Q. Try not to bulldoze my tunnel. God knows this has been a problem in the past. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to get rid of... Oh, Mayor's house, no. Just everything next to it. And then I'm going to build curly routes, low density. It's kind of annoying to place buildings. As I say, and just sort of curl to right on the edge. For sort of a scary looking drive, perhaps. I'm not convinced that this is a smart idea. It might generate too much traffic here, but we'll leave it for now. And then go ahead and houseify all that. There. Alright. I'm digging it. Can you dig it? I can dig it. People becoming happy. Why are they becoming happy? Because, oh, I think it's just the commercial stuff becoming happy because they're, wow, dying workers. Because they're getting customers. I think that's all that's going on there. All right, that I think is going to be good. Wow. For sale. Too much crime. Super lots of crime problems. What is our police station situation? Jail cells full. Oh, are they ever? Okay. Let's definitely look at expanding your capacity a fair bit. And we'll give you an extra bank of cop cars, because why not, and a little sign out front, like so. Alright, that being said, let's move on. It is time to move back to Starlight Fields, which should be able to access a lot more resources from the region. A lot of stuff that was untapped that should now be available. If it ever loads. Come on. You can do it, computer. Reticulating splines. Reticulate them faster. Oh man, it is nice now that we're starting to get these high rises back in here. It looks fantastic. Let's take a look at our capacity. Hopefully these numbers are okay. Everything is being bought. It's being boughten. And we have a deficit there. We're good on power. We do have the water deficit. It's very surprising. It's possible that not everything is clicked in yet, because we should have lots in the region. It's got to be. That just hasn't clicked in fully. Which makes me a little concerned about running things. Oh, wow, we're making tons of money here. We do have a lot of population. And of course, we are going to have to take a look at our road grid traffic-y kind of situation, because there might be a problem. Frankly, the fact that people can sort of drive all the way through these neighborhoods on the roads as opposed to the avenues is not necessarily ideal. I'm quite tempted to trim some of these. It leaves little awkward bits, but it might be okay. I don't know. As long, you know what? I'm not going to. Not enough freight shipments, really. Let's smash you down so we can get some small buildings. Hopefully, we can get that resolved. I'm waiting to see if there's an actual, true bottleneck in that people's needs aren't being satisfied, or extended traffic jams that never, ever, ever clear up. Okay, seriously, water. There we go. Okay, back to 0 at this point. That's what I want to see. Yes, see, we're at 123 of 143, so we're not using our full capacity there. We're using quite a bit, though. Using quite a bit. And certainly the bottleneck coming into town is somewhat less than ideal here. Not sure what to do at this point, guys. We have a bottleneck the other way, too? Oh, and a hell of a lot of a bottleneck. Well, so the one thing that had been previously discussed, and we haven't really done anything with it, is a big underground tunnel. And I think we've reached that point where it's time to do that. We're going to do high-density avenue, not streetcar. I'm considering extending it straight off here. It would create a four-way juncture, which is not usually good, but... Hold on, let's use the curve tool. Or the arc tool, I mean. But if we did something like that, down underground, encourage through traffic to go straight through. Although, a lot of people are going to use this as a shortcut to just cut this corner off. That might be good, it might not be. Four-way intersections are not necessarily great. The other possibility is to make this straightaway. I could do something, take this straightaway. Ooh, there might be problems with this sort of tunnel. But imagine they're straightaway connected kind of over here, and this, or a tunnel, sorry. Tunnel from this juncture to kind of over this end of town, and a tunnel from this juncture to somewhere over on this side. And really cut down on some cross traffic, or cross, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. There's not that many people that are just driving straight through, or are they? How many people are going to take a right here? Not many. And this tunnel, now there's some cars on it. It might be good, it might not be, I'm not sure. I really wish I could grow off of underground tunnels, because I would create a whole traffic system underneath the city that never has to service until you get to the area you want to get to. And frankly, that might be a very boring city, or a very unrealistic city, I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead. Yeah, and let's take another branch off here. All the way over here. We'll see if we can swing it. Probably not. Because the problem is, I should be able to fit 2 tunnels here, but I can't. Because of, I don't know, reasons, apparently. It is no longer possible to do that. Also, this curve... Oh, maybe it was coming off here wrong. So this curve was being really aggressive. Too close. Placed building. It's very frustrating. Oh! This is an underground tunnel that it let me do. That's interesting. Let's do that. That's quite curious. It's letting me do this one, and it wasn't letting the other one. So yeah, I mean, it's funny, because when I was trying to get these roads to work, there was a bunch of people like, no, doesn't this guy know there's another tunnel there? Well, yeah, it's there. Of course it's there, but it shouldn't be intersecting, so apparently we can run it. And hopefully this one is good, because God knows if I have to bulldoze this, I probably can't reposition things. But it's a nice T intersection. It's not too close to any intersections there. Here it's a T. It is a little close-ish to some of the intersections, but not that close. Traffic has gone away here right now, but that's not necessarily a long-term sign. It is night, so it's partway through the cycle. And there's still a bit of a bottleneck over here. Now, this is a four-way intersection. I wonder if I should eliminate that. I could trim out this road here, trim out this road here, and actually that would get rid of this really short bit. I know I originally built it this way for symmetry, but I think we could improve things. Let's do, nope. There we go, like that. and bulldoze this bit of road here. That little bit of road there between intersections, that is a major traffic slowdown to have things like that. Having these long roads are better, because when they get the signal, a lot of cars will try to move. So if you've got a long bit of road, it tends to be somewhat more efficient. What are you complaining about? Oh, an injury. Alright, so let's keep an eye on things and see if this helps things long term. I could do a very similar thing here. Just get away with this not a getaway. Do away. That's the word I'm looking for. Like, I keep starting a sentence, I'm like, and then I stop because I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? Words. I need words. Oh, it's gonna hurt to get rid of this nice, really, really big building. Hurt a lot. But if I trim it sort of here, I can go like 1 pixel over, maybe. Oh, it's turn off the guides. So I'm trying to get it. No, that's too close in it. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. And let me bulldoze this little building and hope that they combine all into one other large density thingamabobber. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now, it does get away with the possibility of having cars drive straight through, which is unfortunate. But it also breaks up some of these straight lines and might force people to choose slightly different paths. Garbage situation. Almost full. Where's the garbage dump? Is it here? It is here. We do have a large city, so it's not so surprising that it's almost full. And we do have room for another incinerator. Great! That's exactly what I was hoping for. We could even extend this road and probably fit in some more stuff afterwards as well. I'm actually quite surprised that I can't fit an incinerator there. Hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see how it goes. Can I extend the garbage dump? Maybe, oh, the incinerators don't actually go on the roads. That's possible. Maybe the incinerators only connect to the building. Alright, so we've increased our capacity for now, which is going to be good, but mostly we just want more incinerators to burn off the garbage a little bit faster. It will be a little bit awkward if we have to expand any further than that, which is certainly possible. I like the name of this place, Multi-Transnational Corp, and it's a beautiful building. One of my favorites in the game. Like, just beautiful. Kind of looks like a wing, at least from this side where you've got the curl. Maybe it's powered by air or something. I don't know. All right, so again, you know, some amount of traffic, but that's not a bad buildup. This is traffic that's going to move again really, really, really quickly. People are taking these tunnels. Lots of people are taking those tunnels, which is really good. I mean, and this is a big tunnel. Straight to the other side of the city. A lot of cars using it. Oh man, that might go and do wonders for us. Now, I could upgrade this to be a streetcar. Because, wait. Is this outer loop not a streetcar loop? Do I want it to be a streetcar loop? Oh, right. The problem is I'm going to have to build another streetcar depot. Which is certainly... Oh, it's locking here because that's where the streetcar is. It might be a good idea to do that. Build another streetcar loop. What the heck? We've got lots of money, right? Let's give it a try, see what happens. Now, all that was started to say I could make the tunnel a streetcar loop, but I think that it would just cause bad pathing with the streetcars. And the streetcars don't really need shortcuts. It's not important. They don't really generate that much traffic, if any. Didn't. Okay, no. Just gotta make sure that none of these little side intersections are streetcar bits, because we don't want the lines crossing. It's kind of like the Ghostbusters situation. Don't cross the streams. Okay, it's not exactly it. There we go. Yeah, so it's complaining about not having room to expand. But we could always bulldoze a little bit of something. I don't know. I'll stick it in corner here. If we have to shave off this corner, it's I guess either way, it's not terribly good. If I could make some sort of diagonal line or something, yeah, that'd fit. Let's go ahead and stick the streetcar depot here. Good. And then add in our stops. So the depot itself does not count as a stop. Yeah, these It's going to be quite spaced out here. Although I think there's some confusion because of the other depot. Greenifying my roads. Now, they still can't... you know what? I'm going to bulldoze that one. They still cannot use one streetcar stop to get everywhere in the city because they're on separate loops. So they're really tempting to do an upgrade here. And I guess, you know what? Hold on. All my thinking in terms of streetcars is with the old AI. They should be a little smarter because they used to move around in a very random fashion. But they should be smarter now. So let's go ahead and connect our systems in these different places and try to encourage as many people to use streetcars as possible. Suppose we could put another streetcar loop in the middle. But that really is not going to grant us a lot because it's not going to cover much space at all. So let's go back to the road view. How's the water situation? Seriously? Seriously with the water deficit? What the hell was that? I didn't imagine that, right? There was a huge explosion. What the hell was the huge explosion sound? There was no disaster. I wasn't in bulldoze mode. I didn't plop down a water thing. What the hell? And why can't... Oh, because of the tunnel. God, these tunnels just get in the way. It says we're buying water. We are. We're just not buying enough. I'm going to go ahead and build a water station here just to help us out a little bit. I'm going to have to revisit some of our water sources and see what's what. There we go. That should give us a fair amount of breathing room there. And the crisscrossing tunnels are actually quite cool for the water pipes. There, stop sending us water. That's okay. We've got a water supply, and yeah, I'll recheck out all the towns. So again, taking a look at the road situation, there's nothing red. See, there's cars, there's traffic, but they haven't been stuck in there forever. And this one is going to go very soon. It doesn't represent anything that's a hard block. It should be able to go somewhere. I think they're mostly looking to go straight. Kind of blocked here. Maybe, yeah, they're looking to leave town, but that's okay. What is our transit situation in terms of buses? Good amount of buses, although there's missing a stop here. I don't know how many park and rides we've actually got kicking around, though. There's... Have I built any? I might just be blind about them, but... Oh, there's one. I'm looking for the little blue signs that are attached to one of these little things. I think I should probably have one. Let's try that. Could fit one in here. Behind the mayor's house, since these buildings... Since there's a gap there. I'm not sure how much of a difference they make. Like, I'm still a little iffy on some of those mechanics. So there's missing a bus thingy here at all. And we've got both a rail station and a subway thing here. So that doesn't sound very good. Let's go ahead and put it on the side road, just to try to minimize the traffic on the avenue going in and out of these park and rides. How curious. Alright. Hopefully, I haven't been monitoring the population. Hopefully it's still growing. Hazmat fires. Ooh. I don't know if we have the tech for the hazmat garage. We need a school of engineering. What the hell? Again with the big explosion. I don't know if it's a factory burn it down, if it's the hazmat fires or something. I feel like I'm going crazy. School of engineering. We don't have enough room for it. Could we just bulldoze one of these things? We just need more students. I don't know if you can reach it. It's technically possible, it's just not happening. So if I get rid of the School of Law. Really? It let me rebuild the School of Law? Huh. Suppose I've never messed with that sort of thing before. I'm not sure what we can do to have more students coming here. Hopefully as our population grows, we'll just hit that kind of organically. Meanwhile, we mostly just have to let the city run. And that's it. The city has reached that point where what we're looking to do is fine-tune things. Oh, there we go. Disaster. Disaster. It definitely was disaster, unless it counts a hazmat fire as a disaster. No shoppers. Okay, let's keep that in mind. We might have a little bit too much commercial stuff, at least in this area of town. Could be a traffic thing as well. Let's go ahead and just add more residential and see what happens. What are you guys abandoned? Building fires. Okay, well, fires. They're normal fires. It's not too bad. Too many deaths. What's our healthcare situation like? Actually, since I'm here, let's check the police station. Police station is fine. Some crimes per day. Looks like it could probably use, you know what, one crime prevention center. One detective wing, sure, why not? And an extra rack of police cars. That'll be fine. So next up, health. Hospital is over here. 20 patients, we're not at our cap. We do not have an extra rack of ambulances, so let's go and add that in. Better recovery time, more time to recover from death. Let's go ahead and add some of these. That should be fine. And then finally the fire department. Fire department's got a lot of stuff added. No hazmats yet. One fire marshal certainly seems like a good idea. Reduce the chance of fires. Alright. Traffic is a bit of an awkward path. And I can see why. I guess I could take down this fountain park and actually build a connection over here. Because there's people trying to get in and out of the city. Actually, I like that idea. Okay. I did like the idea of the diagonal, but I really just I want to only destroy one building. So let's do that. Hopefully that's far enough away. I suppose maybe I should have gone straight here. It's not too late to do that. Let's give that a try. There. Now there's just more space for those sort of traffic problems. And I mean, I know a lot of people will be turning this way, but that's okay. Like, it's slightly further than for them to travel, but that's fine. It still means they have more room to kind of line up and organize themselves. So it's not so bad. And yeah, no long-term traffic jams. It's the ones that when you look and it's, you know, 3 a.m. and it's still all red and just blocked completely. And sometimes they end up in these sort of routes where they're just really garbage dump, almost full again. I mean, I guess I could start recycling. That would help decrease stuff, but I just want to be able to burn more of it. All right, let's look at setting up a recycling center. But then I'm gonna have to ship things out of town, and it's so inconvenient. What can I do here? Okay. Now, bulldozing a garbage dump is really bad, and you should never do it. Because it's going to convert all the garbage to ground pollution. A very bad idea. But what that enables is so that it can turn the garbage dump. Hang on. It's all very awkward. Does this direction work? I just want to be able to get more incinerators. Okay, yes, I can do that if I bulldoze the road, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So much ground pollution. Who did that? Who made a mess? Really? On top of a road? Oh, there's a little bit here. So why isn't it letting me build the extra dump zone? But there we are. And I suppose I could also extend this. Not quite out. Oop. Alright. 2 dump zones is all we've got room for. And then let me see if I can stick in a few nature parks in here to try to clean this mess up. I mean, it's an industrial area, so it's not really so terrible. But it's less than ideal. I can trim this road since apparently it does nothing for me. There we are. There. So if any Sims use these parks with the high ground pollution, there's a potential for them to bring a lot of disease back. But hopefully that'll be okay. Hopefully they'll go to the amphitheater instead. Do we have enough actual dump vehicles? Perhaps we don't. Oh, good space in here. There. Hopefully that'll be enough. We really should build a recycling center for such a large city, but it takes up so much space. And I think you do have to trade the goods away. Because it produces plastic and metals? Or alloys. Or all the above, I'm not sure. Wow, what a great building. Look at that shape. Look at this little... Oh, that's brilliant! And this swimming pool with, is there a fence? Okay, there is. I would love to go swimming here and just watch. Wow! I would live here in a heartbeat. I didn't realize they're color-coded. Slightly different material. I mean, they're not color-coded. They're the same building type, I assume. High wealth. Yeah. But they can come in slightly different colors. I don't know if I'd noticed that before. I don't think I've seen like 2 super identical buildings right next to each other, to the extent that I like zoomed in. All right, let's bulldoze this and have that start over again. Some traffic, but again, I don't consider that to be cripplingly bad. We're over 200,000, and I think our city looks pretty. Do we have any research upgrades that we can research? The solar farm. Oh, actually, we can do quite a bit. I should probably just start some projects, just to say. Some things are complete. All right, let's start on the concentrated solar array, because that's actually a really, really good project. Really quite excellent. Do I really have nothing zoned on the outside here? Let's get some more residents. What was this disaster? What was it? I must have missed something. Was there like a meteor swarm going on? I mean, a disaster would certainly explain a lot of the noise. People are like sick and injured in some of these places. No, we don't want Dr. Vu. Quite a bit of traffic here, which is strange. But again, it clears up almost instantly. There's enough people that there's just a huge cluster of people that pop out at once. I mean, it's like any major city. There's going to be slowdowns. You can't have a trafficless city. I mean, I guess you could do something hyper-realistic like the old, like, one-road cities that some people were doing in SimCity. But if you want anything that isn't, I don't know, a completely oddball breakdown, if you've got something that looks like a realistic city, you're going to have traffic just like a realistic city. I mean, everyone knows that morning commute in a large town sucks. And actually, we've done pretty well. I mean, given the size of the region that we're working with here, having almost 250,000 people, we're fitting really well. We're a far cry from our original Los Brussels, which actually had a population of about the size, if I recall correctly, and was paralyzed by traffic. This grid structure is definitely working for us. But we'll see what happens. What happens when we have double our population? Can we have double this population? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, Okay, these guys keep doing their shopping, so their density keeps growing. Anyway, I think this is going to bring this session to an end. It's going well. I have to admit, I feel like we may be nearing the limit of what we can do in SimCity in terms of videos. Things may change with expansions that are coming and other DLC type things, but yeah, it's really starting to get to the limit. We're gonna keep fiddling a little bit with this town and seeing what we can do, but this series may be drawing to a close at what, 60 plus episodes? It's a long run. See you next time, folks. Bye bye.